What do the two of you like to do for fun if you're not working?
To have dinner, sometimes quiet dinner or dinner with friends and listen to the music, all kind of different musics.
I hear he likes to be the DJ.
He likes to be the DJ, and it's very fun night when he does that.
That thing needs a laugh track. It needs a laugh track.
Their brains are small. But who's the dumbest one of all? True, none of them are in Mensa, but who's the most densa?
If you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television.
Sonny's dumb. Certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out.
So, Sonny Hostin, you better watch what you say about somebody else, because your hood gonna be down there with Big Tony.
Perhaps it's Sonny who mastered the art of making idiots look smart. Now, The View could ask a mirror who's the dumbest one of all, but there's no way that glass doesn't shatter. So instead, let's check out this clip from Monday's episode of The View when the ladies put their science caps on and discuss the solar eclipse.
I know, right? I mean, I have to say, Karen Dupiche, our wonderful, one of our wonderful makeup artists, when the earthquake was happening, she put her coat on and she was like, Jesus is coming.
I'm out.
I'm out. I'm leaving. We've got a solar eclipse. We've got the earthquake. She ran down the hallway.
The rapture is here.
The rapture's here.
Your husband, these people, the audacity. Her husband is being accused of something that's far more egregious than what they claim did.
As you may heard, I filed a few lawsuits, and I'm in the court now because they accuse me of doing stuff that I never did in my life, and they wrote lies, and I will not allow that. I will fight till the end because I don't want that they damage my reputation and my name.
Greg Gutfeld and Melania Trump sent shockwaves through the media when they joined forces to deliver a crippling blow to The View. After a volatile live segment in which Sunny Hostin pushed every boundary imaginable, even her staunchest critics were taken aback.
Also, I learned that the cicadas are coming.
Cicadas.
Cicadas.
Although I love
for the first time in
cicada. No,
100 years, for the first time in many, many years.
No, every 17 years this happens.
Well, that's not what I read, but maybe, maybe you know better. All those things together would maybe lead one to believe that, either climate change exists,
That's more
or
the
something
point.
is really
the
going
Earth is
on.
returning.
Earthquakes are not at the mercy of climate change. It's underground. It can't. I don't think that
It happens, and the eclipse, they've known about the eclipse coming because eclipses happen, and they actually can say when these things are going to happen.
Amazing. Oh. That's not what I read.
The talk show, already teetering on unstable ground after years of controversy, found itself at the center of a media inferno it couldn't possibly withstand. All of this erupted because Sunny Hostin chose to elevate her venom to an unprecedented level, launching deeply personal and degrading attacks against both Greg and Melania that left viewers and media watchdogs in utter disbelief. It began in what might have seemed like a routine, if heated, discussion about Greg Gutfeld's rising dominance in late-night television and Melania's quiet re-entry into the public spotlight. Amid the fervor, Sunny unleashed a tirade that resembled a personal vendetta rather than any form of political commentary.
Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She destroyed the Rose Garden. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want to have anything to do with him. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him. I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly. That's why I say allegedly.
I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
She trivialized Gutfeld's success as nothing more than a fluke, asserting that his audience consisted of angry, undereducated men desperate for someone to echo their rants. However, it was her scathing assault on Melania that truly crossed the line. Sunny dismissed the First Lady as a shallow trophy wife with no real substance, devaluing her achievements and insinuating that she was complicit in upholding a corrupt empire. The remarks were so vicious and unhinged that even some of her co-hosts appeared visibly uncomfortable. What Sunny failed to grasp was that she had just ignited a war with two figures who were not about to accept her attacks passively. Greg Gutfeld, renowned for his razor-sharp wit and no-holds-barred commentary, retaliated almost instantly on his own late-night show. He dedicated an entire monologue to dismantling Sunny's claims, exposing her hypocrisy, and cataloging the endless scandals that had beleaguered The View. If bitterness were a sport, Sunny would have more gold medals than Michael Phelps, he quipped, drawing laughter from his audience. But Gutfeld's response wasn't limited to a mere verbal knockout. He demanded real consequences.
Would be made that you would have to be sitting here defending him.
You never thought about that, but I'm not surprised in one way, because a lot of people, they're against my husband, and he's run for president, so nothing surprised me.
It's got to be hard though. I mean, it's got to be a difficult thing.
In one way, it's hard because press, it's very dishonest, and it's a lot of lies that they've written also about me as my husband. And you need to defend yourself all the time.
Behind the scenes, he began assembling a legal team to explore whether Sunny's incendiary comments and The View's editorial practices had veered into the territory of defamation. He wasn't alone in his crusade. Melania Trump, who had largely retreated from the spotlight since her White House days, was reportedly furious at the assault on her character.
The true sign of the apocalypse is someone that dumb has a law degree. Worse, if your name has the word sun in it, there's no excuse for not knowing how an eclipse works. But it's no surprise that Joy is the one who understands science. She's been on the science diet for years. They're turning on me. So that makes Sunny Hostin, who thinks climate change caused the solar eclipse, the dumbest of them all. Because everyone knows the moon caused the eclipse, which is controlled by The View's gravitational pull. All right, Kat, did you ever see such a group? It's amazing how Joy and Whoopi became the smart ones.
For me, the most shocking thing about the conversation was how truly boring it was. They're like, well, the cicadas, they're cicadas. Okay, but it was like every 100 years. No, it's every 17 years.
Insiders revealed that Melania viewed the comments not only as a personal insult, but as a deliberate attempt to undermine her legacy and dignity, seemingly with her husband's encouragement. She quickly joined forces with Gutfeld, marshaling her own legal resources to bring the fight directly to The View's doorstep. Their combined efforts sent tremors through the network. Legal teams dug deep, unearthing a trail of dubious practices at The View, including allegations that the show scripted inflammatory remarks to boost ratings and habitually targeted certain public figures for undue criticism. The lawsuits they initiated were meticulously crafted and highly publicized, ensuring that every twist and turn of the legal battle played out under the relentless scrutiny of the public eye. The resulting optics were catastrophic for the show. Once celebrated as a platform for women's voices, it now appeared as a toxic echo chamber whose sole purpose seemed to be tearing others down for amusement. As pressure mounted and sponsors began pulling their advertisements, unwilling to be associated with the growing scandal, critics long opposed to the show's partisan tilt seized the moment to demand its cancellation. Even some of its erstwhile supporters admitted that it had strayed too far from its original mission. Social media exploded with hashtags like #ChancelTheView and Justice for Melania and Gutfeld, as outraged fans and Trump supporters rallied behind the legal battle. Meanwhile, rifts deepened among the co-hosts. Behind closed doors, tensions reportedly reached an all-time high. Whoopi Goldberg, often the panel's de facto leader, tried to defend the show's integrity while privately fuming at Sunny for the negative attention, and Joy Behar was rumored to be contemplating retirement, exhausted by the relentless controversies that had defined the show's later years. Sunny herself faced overwhelming backlash, with many questioning whether she would even remain on the panel as the lawsuits progressed. Yet Greg and Melania were not content with merely holding the show accountable. They aimed to set a precedent. Sources close to the situation revealed that their ultimate goal was the complete cancellation of The View, arguing that the platform had become irredeemably toxic. In a joint statement issued as the lawsuits advanced, they declared, "This isn't about politics, it's about decency. Platforms like The View should not have the power to defame and belittle people for entertainment. It's time to hold them accountable."